Ross Ulbricht is serving a double life sentence without parole for all nonviolent charges for creating a website. Please help free this peaceful man. Go to freeross.org and sign and share the petition.
This is the Dissecting Liberty podcast, episode 12. I have on Derek from Burning Boots. Howdy, howdy.
Hey, man. What's happening?
Not much.
Evidently, Zero couldn't be here. So I'm the second mic today.
That's right.
Yeah.
New host.
That's right, dude. I'll try. I can't do his voice, but I can...
Well, you have I'm sorry to say, I have to say it, you have significantly less Twitter followers than he does. You have significantly less clout.
Way less. So... Yeah, I'm very new to the Twitter game. Yeah. I never really gave a shit about Twitter until I all of a sudden had some shit I wanted to promote. I never had anything I gave a shit about putting out there until recently. But yeah, man.
I was the exact opposite. I got on the Twitter, and that's when I found this whole community.
Oh yeah, so you've been on Twitter for what, a year or more?
No, I don't remember when I joined Twitter. Let's see. It says February 2019, but I didn't get busy on there until last September or something.
Okay.
I've done pretty well.
Whenever I got into I used to know Twitter is basically just like a place where, I don't know, you just kind of go to consume content from other creators or whatever that you run into and that you follow, or like public figures. But never would I ever have given a fuck about sending a tweet. Like, who's going to fucking listen to a tweet? Yeah. But yeah, and now that I've had to have something to promote, and then I tried to get into it as individually, and now I can see oh, there's actually a whole circle of people that's just fun to interact with. Like, we fell into ANCAP Twitter or Boog Twitter, different fucking areas of the. I hate the word because it makes me cringe, but Twitter sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Earlier we were talking to Rusty. I met him on Twitter. Never met the guy in real life. But he's messaging me. This is the second time he's been banned from Twitter, and we're talking and ironing out what happened. And I met Liberty Zero on Twitter, and it's cool. And now I know maybe I don't know if I'm gonna go to Childerberg. It all depends on work. But now if I do go, there's gonna be a decent amount of people there that I'm gonna kind of know. Never met in person.
And that's fucking cool, because now all of a sudden we find this is going to be kind of like an unofficial meetup for I don't know, people on the internet that are doing what the fuck we're doing. We're kind of hitting a weird rise of Liberty podcasts that I don't know where it started or where it came from, but it's definitely a thing. It's hard to explain. But it's just the zeitgeist of the whole liberty movement right now. I think it's just everyone getting on the internet and trying to get their ideas out there and engage in the libertarian conversation, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah. There's definitely something there. And Twitter is strangely a popular platform for everybody to sort of network and link up and promote each other's shit.
Yeah, it's interesting. I hate Twitter group chats.
Yeah.
I really hate them. But there's some cool stuff that happens in them.
Yeah, there's another podcast. Is it cool to promote other fucking podcasts here? You don't give a fuck? Yeah, Anarchist. Has a podcast. But the Smoke Pit is the name of the podcast. But yeah, that's also the name of the group chat that everybody's in. But I see the Smoke Pit as sort of just, that's the podcast circle. Everybody in that chat is cool. You know what I mean? We're all kind of on the same page here in what we're trying to do with our own shows.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
weird.
Cool.
There's MLGA, Make Liberty Great Again podcast network, and they have quite a few podcasts. I like to shit on them for the most part because I think all their podcasts are pretty much garbage.
No,
But
man, I got to tell you, I love the Lesbertarians. They're probably my favorite
Lesbertarian is
podcast.
actually my favorite show. You can't have the
Yeah,
same
really?
favorite show as me. What did we didn't even plan this.
I don't know, man. I identify as a lesbian, so they really speak.
Lesbertarian is a great idea for a show. It's just a
Really?
lesbian libertarian who is, I don't know. She's black, evidently, according to her thumbnail, but she sounds like a white person. I don't know.
Well, you're beating them on the
You'd think,
Liberty podcast rankers, so
yeah, barely. That was a whole saga. That was a whole effort. Yeah.
Well, right now, y'all are at number 4, and the Lesbertarians are at number 12. So you're doing all right.
Yeah. We made it. We made the big times. Are we still above Tom Woods?
Yeah.
Dude, we were at number 1 on that website for a little while, and that was like kind of I was like, we need to fucking put this on every promo that we ever do for our show. Like, we are above Tom Woods and this fucking what's the other loser? Dave Smith.
Dave Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are. Dave Smith is number 5.
These
Y'all are
nobody
number 4,
fucking
so.
Liberty podcasts. Get the fuck out of here. But
Well,
yeah, man.
We're right now we're at number 33, so we're climbing. We're about to catch you.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, if anybody's on the fence of starting a Liberty podcast, I say honestly just go for it because everyone's doing it. It's an oversaturated market. Don't think you're gonna get anywhere or fucking be popular. Nobody fucking is, man. Nobody listens to any of this shit, you know. But like, it's good. Like I see it as I'm trying to form alliances and meet people who are interested in the same kind of stuff because it's hard to find that, especially locally. Like, are you friends with any libertarians that live near you?
Yeah. So Foxhound from the Burning Boots Discord? He actually lives like 20 minutes away from me.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
I knew you were in the same state, but yeah.
Wow. We were talking on y'all's Discord or I posted on y'all's Discord not long after I joined. I said, "Hey, is anybody in Louisiana?" And he messaged me, and we actually met in person and ate burgers at Hooters. Yeah. So that's the only one. There are a couple more. Like there's one guy that is significantly older than me. He's my uncle, and he was in the movement for a long time. Like he was Tea Party guy.
Oh yeah.
And he's the one that really got me into it. Like I remember I went to he brought me to he was the first person I ever heard say ANCAP. Like he brought me to
shit.
Yeah.
A Tea Party guy even knows what the fucking ANCAP is amazing to me.
He went from Tea Party to being real big in the Ron Paul campaign. And then through that, like found the Mises Institute, and that's when he got big on being an ANCAP. But he brought me to the Libertarian National Convention when it was here in New Orleans. Yeah. And we didn't go to the actual convention, but we went to the Mises caucus. And like I when we walked in, Scott Horton was talking and got to meet him. I didn't know who he was. I got to meet Tom Woods and Bob Murphy and Dave Smith.
Wow, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but the problem was I didn't know who any of these people were. And after the fact, I'm like, holy shit! Oh my god!
Yeah. Like, like I like last year I shook Jacob Hornberger's hand at Libertarian Convention, Florida, and I didn't even realize that was him. Davey had to point it out to me like a year later. Like, yeah, you remember that guy who had the booth? That was fucking Jacob Hornberger. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, that is weird. I met Tom Woods. I've not met Bob Murphy, although I'm a big fan of both of them. Like, they were both very influential to me.
Yeah.
Stefan Kinsella, like that whole circle, just the whole Mises Institute circle of people.
Yeah.
Walter Block. Yeah. All high influencers.
You know, Walter Block teaches at a university in New Orleans.
Oh, does he really? No, I didn't even fucking realize that.
Yeah, just
Dude,
the
that's
other
fucking
day.
Awesome.
I know, and he holds these.
What does he fucking teach, by the way?
Economics.
It is economics. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and I think he's a professor at Loyola University. and or it might be University of New Orleans. They're literally connected. But he does these little seminars every other weekend in New Orleans, and I haven't been, but it sounds awesome. But then just the other day, he invited the Mises Institute, and I went down, and it was a great time. He gave a talk, and Jeff Deist, president of the Mises Institute, gave a talk. The head of Young Americans for Liberty were there, and Judge Napolitano was there, and he gave he capped it all off.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
just like an hour away from where I am. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fucking rad at Childerberg. I'm so excited, man. Because as far as I understand it, it's just gonna be like, okay, so you got the official Libertarian Party National Convention is happening in Austin, Texas. Like, what is it? The May 22nd weekend of that, and like right next door is Childerberg. So it's just gonna be a fucking nuclear bomb of autism in one spot for like a whole weekend. Or a whole week, rather.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fucking awesome.
I don't know what my work situation is gonna be, but I'm really trying to go. I'm about 80% sure that I'll be able to go, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
And and Liberty Zero lives really close to Austin, so.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, then he'll definitely probably fucking be there. For some reason I thought that you guys lived in the same state, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm the second mic now.
Yeah, that's
Liberty
right.
Zero is never coming back. I'm sorry. Hopefully, hopefully he's dealing with whatever he has to do. Okay, seemed like it was something important.
Now he's getting your tonic water.
Yeah, I hope so because I need some more.
We have these grocery stores called Rouse's. They came out of New Orleans, and they're like white people heaven. Like everything is the exact same as anywhere else, but it's like $2 more expensive. And I always get my tonic water from there because they come in a glass bottle.
Oh hell yeah!
And it just makes me feel
fancy shit.
So fancy, exactly.
Yeah, dude. I remember when I was in college, everybody like always kept all of their glass bottles. Like they collected them and like decorated their houses with them. You know what I mean? You ever see people that do that?
Yes. One of my
like,
best
look how
friends
alcoholic we are. Look how look how fucking sick we are.
No, it's so dumb. I mean, like, God, that's so dumb. No, like people around here put them in their windowsills so everybody outside can see it.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you have to like you're so bragging.
Dumb. Yeah, exactly.
Of course, you guys do have Mardi Gras, and that's a pretty party heavy activity. I've never been, but I understand. Like, what, 2 people died this year?
No, I've never been either, and I really don't have any desire.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have already talked about that on your show or whatever.
No, we've never talked about Mardi Gras.
Yeah, as far as I understand, it's like 2 people died this year. One woman was just drunk and tried to walk between 2 tandem floats and got like crushed in half.
Yeah,
like, it's fucking terrible, dude. That's a horrible way to go. I can't help but I can't help but laugh because it's just so ridiculous. Like everyone, you should know this. What are you doing?
Yeah,
but kind of slice a little top off the gene pool.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. I mean, everybody, but the thing
did
about
they ban tandem floats? Is what I heard.
No, I don't know. I didn't.
Like as of this year, it's like okay, no more tandem floats, and it's like a law. I don't know. That's hearsay. Dumb. I haven't done my research.
I forget who I was talking to about this today, but I said New Orleans is probably the closest city in America to Ancapistan because, like, you can just walk around drinking. I can't tell you how many people I've seen just walk by a cop smoking pot. And Louisiana has some of the worst drug laws.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it has some of the worst weed. Maybe that's...
Maybe. But, like, I mean, they just don't care. Unless you're, like, waving around a gun or doing something really dumb. They really don't care. And, like, there's some horror stories. Like, my dad used to live in New Orleans. and he hated Mardi Gras because it just congested the entire city for like a month. Because they have parades going all the time around Mardi Gras.
But the music is badass, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
you're walking around in the French Quarter. You just pop into a random bar, and they have the best band you've ever heard. It's
Yes.
amazing. And you can just like buy a beer and then walk out and just drink.
That's awesome, dude. I'm such a sucker for like horn music and shit.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Me too.
Totally, man.
You like Steely Dan?
Never got into Steely Dan. I'm gonna have to say no. I'm not as cultured. Not as cultured. I listen to a lot of like ska music and like reggae and maybe like some punk. Yeah, dude. Pick it up. That's my shit. Are people freaking out about the coronavirus where you are?
A little bit.
Like people walking around with masks and shit?
Yeah.
Like out the Piggly Wiggly?
Yeah. Yeah, like 3 days a week I have to spend an hour in like one of the most congested areas of the little area I live in.
Oh, yeah. You guys have mooses?
No. No. We don't, but we do have Cajuns.
Oh, I thought you said it was moose ingested or moose.
No, much. Like it's very congested. Like there are a ton of people.
Oh.
Like
not bad.
I probably see thousands of people a day. And I see like quite a few people wearing face masks. It's weird. But they also look like anime characters. So
like, what are you doing? You look retarded. Take that shit off.
They look like they're
Halloween,
about to,
stupid.
Fuck, they look like they're about to man, I don't know anime at all. I'm trying to think of the Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, they're gonna blast a Kamehameha through Sasuke-san's sternum.
Fucking nerd.
I don't fucking know. Yeah, dude. You know what's really weird is like black nerds are really into anime, and that's like are really into Dragon Ball Z especially. And they're not even shy about it. Like they'll look thug as fuck and just be into Dragon Ball Z. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. They got like shirts at Walmart.
Yes, dude. That is the face of black autism.
Holding a desert eagle. I mean,
yes, dude. Oh fuck! Did you see there was a fucking story? There was a black guy in New York who attacked an Asian woman on the subway because she was wearing like the mask. You know what I mean? Like the little fucking surgical mask. He called her a diseased bitch and beat the shit out of her. It's horrible, but it's fucking hilarious when you think, like, I don't know, man. My first thought was like, if you're such a germaphobe, why the fuck did you get near her? Like, what are you doing? Yeah. He just thought she was sick and walking around, so he beat the shit.
And I mean, like beating the shit out of her is gonna make her like uninfected. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's just gonna make you more susceptible to it. I mean, getting all close to her.
Oh man. Meanwhile, his auntie like fucking washes the chicken in the fucking sink and seasons it in the sink. But yeah, but that's how you make it good, actually.
That's right.
People don't understand.
I know about chicken.
That's fucking right. You're in Louisiana, the fucking chicken capital of the world.
We have the best food in the country. Have you ever eaten a crawfish?
Say it again. You broke up for me.
Have you ever eaten a crawfish?
I have. I have never sucked the head off a crawfish, though. I got to, man. It's on my bucket list.
Neither have I. That's kind of gross. But I'm sure if anybody else around the country saw somebody in Louisiana eating a crawfish, they would say that's the line, sucking on the head.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Like, you know what? And I'm such a pussy when I think about it because it's like I will eat any organ. I will eat an eyeball. You know, cook it like an egg. I will eat anything when it comes down to it. Yeah. But yeah, I think I would eat any organ, but then it's like the brain. I don't know what it is. Like the brain. Like I'm gonna bite a head off an animal and eat its brain. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm hung up on the brain thing. It's strange.
Maybe. Yeah, but then there are some people, like if you have a crawfish that's big enough, you can eat the claws. Like
oh, true. Oh
Yeah,
yes, dude, crab legs is like one of my favorite foods.
that's
Like,
right.
gotta be on top 5 favorite foods. Alaskan king crab probably, or snow crab's easier to eat, but king crab
Oh
meat
man,
is amazing.
I've never gotten that deep into the crab world.
Mm, dude, it's good shit.
I've just had whatever the restaurant had.
Hell yeah.
Whatever they put on top of my steak, I've had.
Whatever they put on top of my butter. That's what Dude, you ever had
That's
frog
right.
legs? Honestly, you ever had frog legs
Yes,
before?
yes,
Yeah, I have
I have.
too. It's been a long time, but
I
they
hated
don't
it.
taste bad. It tastes like chicken.
No, I
Literally
hated
does.
it.
Oh, really?
I've only had them once. They might have been bad, but I hated it. I haven't had them since. I tried again in a heartbeat, but they're not that common around here.
Yeah.
Kind of, you'd expect them to be, but not super
Yeah.
common.
Yeah.
No,
So,
but man, you got like some crawfish etouffee on top of a crab cake. Oh my
oh,
god,
dude, you just threw some syllables at me. What the fuck did you just say to me right now? Crawfish etouffee. I want to look this up.
crawfish etouffee.
I'm looking
Hell
it up right
yeah.
now.
Oh man.
Etouffee. Holy shit. Oh, okay. Cajun. Oh yeah, dude. Over rice. So it's shellfish over rice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that looks so fucking good.
It is so like crawfish. Like you go to a crawfish bowl and it's everybody drinking Bud Light and wearing Dale Earnhardt Jr. shirts, and then you go to like a restaurant in the French Quarter where
Uh-huh.
like a Coca Cola is $8. That you get crawfish etouffee there. That's like the fancy version of crawfish. It's great.
That's awesome. Oh man. Did you see I guess so what do you think? Is Bernie just not going to win the thing? Are the results actually finalized? I don't even know. Super
Wait for
Tuesday.
Super Tuesday.
Yeah. But it's basically it's Biden, right?
Yeah, but
It's
I
still not
mean,
finalized.
what worries me is like how batshit crazy the Bernie supporters are. Like even if he loses, I mean, people just like particularly black people just don't like Bernie, and they just didn't vote for him.
Oh man. And
So I
people are
mean,
that
like
yeah.
he lost it genuinely, but the Bernie supporters are still saying, "Oh no, the DNC screwed him."
Well, I don't know, man. Like Bernie Sanders, like towards the end of his thing, had the hashtag Bernie Bruh, like BRUH. And that was all just like black people. It was like a push from their campaign to
Yeah,
try and get some black vote because Biden has it all. Blacks love Biden. I don't know
yeah,
why. I don't know what it is. He's fucking cool to them, dude.
yeah.
But black voters do not fuck with gay shit. They do not fuck with anything gay. Or like,
Yeah,
okay, Warren said something like, I'll say every trans name every morning. She said something like that.
what's that mean?
Immediately loses all black support.
What the fuck does that mean?
I have no
That's
idea.
so
She's
weird.
ridiculous. She also said something like trans people are the backbone of this country. I'm gonna type that quote in. I'm not even
No,
making
no,
this
no.
up.
I saw
War-
it. Have you ever seen the movie The Campaign?
wait, seen the movie what?
The Campaign with
No.
Zach Galifianakis and Will Ferrell. Oh,
Oh
it's
no, you know
great.
what? I never did see that.
It's great. The opening scene. I'm not giving anything away. The opening scene is Will Ferrell like campaigning, and he's mechanics are the backbone of this country. Chefs are the
Yes.
backbone of this country.
It's
Filipino
like
tilt-a-whirl
yeah,
operators are the backbone of this
it's
country.
by the book trying to manipulate
Yeah,
voters. Yes, dude.
exactly.
And then Bernie, I don't know. I think he lost the black support whenever he let the topless women take his microphone away at
Oh, that
his
was
own rally.
hilarious. That
Dude,
that's a great
you have to get respect, you know what I'm saying?
that's a great meme template somebody caught on to. Like
Yeah,
Liberty Zero's been posting on the Dissecting Liberty Twitter recently, and
hmm
we have like a feud going on there, fighting for power over the Twitter account. And I posted a picture of the woman wrestling the mic from Bernie Sanders, and he looks all depressed and everything, and I said, says me Zero starting a meme war over the chick, and then Cotton giving Zero the password over Bernie. and, and nobody caught on to that template. It's great. I love it.
Holy shit! I might have to fucking find that. Hell yeah. I also saw that you tagged me in something on Facebook that was something along the lines of like, I guess like a Down syndrome person is running for something in like a local election. Was it? It wasn't in America though. It was France. That's right. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was France. Oh my god.
Yeah, most frogs are retards anyway, so it's not a big difference. But
yeah,
I hope they win. I mean, didn't we? Some place in America elected a dog as mayor, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know how true that actually is. Does the dog actually have to do things? What if the dog? What if they actually have to get the signature and it's like, not a real thing?
His paw print.
Yeah.
No, like I imagine what they did was they created some weird like executive county president or something that was the actual mayor, and they just gave they just gave the dog the mayorship.
That'd be rad.
No, so the actual thing is this 34-year-old could become France's first local politician with Down syndrome.
That's fucking awesome. Like, do you think how would this person? Because I don't think that you can make signatures in just typing or whatever. Like, you can't make it in crayon. You have to use like a pen, and it has to be like a real signature. They have to have a caretaker do everything for them, right?
Yeah, but somebody with Down syndrome can write. It's not pretty, but they can write. So
they just like hold the pen in their fist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So I mean, they can't sign stuff, but and then it's also like on a spectrum. You know, not everybody with Down syndrome is just like has it in a debilitating way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Have you seen that movie Peanut Butter Falcon? There's a Downs guy in that movie. He's like the main character, and he does a really good job.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville made a movie with a guy with Down syndrome.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
What movie was that?
I'm looking it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm derailing the fucking podcast.
No, it's fine. I don't remember. It sucked. Oh, The Ringer.
Oh, dude, of course. Holy shit.
I think that was it.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, because that's the one that he was trying to get into the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
Legendary, dude.
It's been so long since I saw that. 5.8 stars on IMDb.
Why are celebrities so gay, dude? I'm looking at like this tweet, like Dan Harmon talking about Elizabeth Warren. Oh my god, dude. People are upset that Elizabeth Warren dropped out. Like, there are women who are upset about this, dude.
Yeah.
And just like, we need to take some time off to cope and to grieve. Like, this is a really hard time, and if you need to take the time, then it's okay. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? You needed to cope and grieve because your candidate dropped out of the race? Like, holy shit. Like, we were in a bad way. Yeah. Dan Harmon posted some shit about this, dude. He said, I think the president was just saying something about this the other day, that if you have a certain amount of followers, it should be illegal for you to say who you're voting for. What the fuck? Fingers crossed, maybe there could be some kind of legislation passed in time and make this election fair and square. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
The president said that?
I don't know. Because, I mean, like, isn't it a court decision that, like, a public official can't block people? Isn't that a thing? And Trump blocks people fairly regularly.
That's right. That's a good point. But he can't say who he's voting for. I don't know. Celebrities are lost, man.
Yeah, that's why I like the South Park guys so much, because they just hate all celebrities.
Yeah. It's bizarre too, like where it came from. Everything is just consumed by the left and politically correct culture. It just consumes everything like a homogenous blob. That I guess that's why they're all fat homogenous blobs.
That's right. Yeah, like I do research. I do psychology research,
Yeah.
and we have to do a part of every research paper is demographics. Um, and it's weird. Like we'll be talking about demographics in a group, or no, we'll just be talking about a paper as a group, and
Mm-hmm.
we get to the demographics section, and there's like this weird, like the room goes silent, and there's this weird kind of, I don't know, like moral fog in the air, and it's just odd because,
Huh.
like you say, oh,
Because you're
there's
talking about groups like races
yeah,
and
yeah,
genders or whatever.
and I think it's because everybody's like, we're just trying to do good work here and we're trying to move on, but everyone's worried that some demographic wasn't represented in the
Do you
research.
think it's like
And
a somber thing that comes over the room, kind of like a religion, just like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
we are
kind of,
talking about minorities now, and
but
it
then
just,
the problem is that like it's always 75% white
hmm
females.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, they are the prime worshippers of minorities,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Fucking, oh my God. I hate every time I think about this kind of person, I think about like patriarchy shit. I hate that shit, dude. I hate hearing about it. What proof is there of the patriarchy? I don't like it. And you're in school right now, so you probably
Yeah.
come across this all the time.
Not as much as you'd think.
Yeah?
Uh, in fact, the first time I actually had a professor mention it was like last week. This was, I don't know if you saw in the Dissecting Liberty Discord, which all of you should join. Uh,
Definitely.
I I posted a picture of one of my professors wrote on the chalkboard. Uh, he had hashtag Bernie Bro, and then right under it he tagged Bernie Bruh.
Uh-huh.
And he was talking about it, and I posted a picture of it on the Discord, and just like, this is what your tax dollars are paying for. And he's the only person that has ever
Ah!
mentioned. He's the only person that's ever mentioned the patriarchy.
Oh my God.
And I'm sorry to say, he's the guy teaching everybody about like political theory. Like we talked about Hobbes and Locke and
Hell
Rousseau and
yeah.
all these people. He's the main guy, and he's like talking about Locke, and he's like, but we can't forget how racist he was, which I'm not necessarily arguing against, but it's just a fixture in everything that he talks about Locke.
Yeah, I
Every
hate that,
single
man.
thing he can't mention without mentioning that Locke is racist.
And this might be something that's more prevalent on the left, or at least it seems that way to me. That if any figure in history was ever racist or said anything bad about brown people or something, or gays or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
A today's disenfranchised group, uh, they're automatic. It's like they would just shut down their whole philosophy and like call them a fascist or something,
Yeah.
and they just shut them down. I mean, to hear, I don't know, to hear like a professor just being like, yeah, yeah, he had all these great ideas, but he was a racist.
Hmm.
Like, that's insane to me, dude.
Yeah.
What about the ideas here? I mean,
Yeah.
to flip the coin, it's like Hitler was a horrible guy. I know I already brought up Hitler, right? It's the internet. I can get over it. But like Hitler,
Hitler was a horrible guy, but
but if he ever said anything that was truthful, it
yeah.
doesn't change the content of of the truth. It doesn't change the value of the truth statement that he said. If Hitler said it was true, it's still true.
Well, Hitler liked dogs and was straight, so obviously those are evil enterprises.
Yeah, he's one of the fellas,
Yeah.
one of the boys. I could have a beer with him.
That's right.
Maybe I vote for him.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are pictures of Hitler in the Eagle's Nest drinking Miller Lite. Oh, he's wearing
Yeah,
a Dale
yeah, yeah.
Earnhardt shirt,
With a Budweiser.
peeling crawfish.
Yes, dude. Oh man.
Well, the thing about Locke is he had these arguments justifying slavery, and he also owned stock in a company that was part of the whatever triangle.
Mm-hmm.
shipping slaves to America. So that's understandable to mention, because that obviously I would argue that would obviously affect his thinking, because either he's being disingenuous or willingly
Mm-hmm.
blind.
He's breaking his philosophy somewhere in
Yeah,
there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. But
Like
we're talking about mixing labor with land, and then you say, but we can't forget he's a racist. Like, dude, come
exactly.
on, just
Yep.
talk about the
But I
idea.
mean, that's why like it's kind of like how Black History Month, like we just focus on like all the older ones, like we learn about like George Washington Carver, Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, like that's all the fucking
Yeah,
this is the little box of allowable black people you're allowed to learn about, but like you never learn
yeah,
about like Thomas Sowell. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like what about all these other like cool new what about the current age, you know?
yeah.
It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, and I love during Black History Month how they're like, "Did you know a black person actually invented a leave?" Like, okay,
Yeah, but I mean the same thing kind of applies to philosophy in a sense. It's like, yeah, I think Locke made some mistakes. You know,
yeah,
I don't agree with the Lockean proviso either, which is the thing that's like, you have to leave as much or as good for someone else. Like if you're on the Crusoe
yeah,
Island, yeah, and like you take up all the coconuts, and but there's someone else on there on the island just like chilling out. You can't take all the coconuts. You have to
yeah,
like that's what Locke actually believed. But I don't fucking agree with that. And like Hoppe and Rothbard addresses the Lockean proviso and completely throws it out the window in their rebuttal, and they just move on.
yeah,
So I don't know. I wish that that kind of shit would be more representative of libertarian philosophy rather than Locke. You know, he's a
yeah,
left libertarian as far as I'm concerned, as far as like where we are today in libertarian philosophy.
yeah.
And
Well,
even
our
then, he's a racist. Sorry.
yeah. Well, our guest last week, the Politicrat, um, we were talking on the Discord about Hobbes,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying that for the time, Hobbes was really uh, radical in like a libertarian direction, or at least a freedom direction. Uh,
That Hobbes
and
was
yeah, for the time,
okay.
because you gotta
Who came first? I don't even
take into
know. Was it
uh,
Hobbes or Locke?
Hobbes.
Okay,
Hobbes was
so
the
Locke
guy.
was a response.
Yeah, Hobbes was the guy that I don't know if he came up with it, but he was the one that made the social contract famous. Uh,
Okay.
like it
Yeah.
went Hobbes, then Locke, then Rousseau,
Mm-hmm.
and but the Politicrat was saying that for the time, Hobbes was pretty radical in a freedom direction,
Mm.
and that's interesting from a historical perspective, but not from an idea perspective. And I said that, and he agreed. Uh,
Yeah.
but I mean, like it's interesting to read his philosophy as like a philosophy of history, but not anything having to do with what situation we're in today.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were, I mean, as a college student, like you want to go into a class to learn about philosophy and some ideas that interesting and very smart individuals in history have come up with, and like it's like, yeah, we want to touch on Hobbes and Locke and everything, and like these guys are important, but I mean, there's a lot of current shit that
Yeah,
responds to all this stuff that is not covered in a one-on-one class, but I think
yeah,
should be. I think that should be the meat of it, and we could dig into the history in another class.
yeah. No, like I took a political science class back in the day. This was 2 years ago, maybe, and that is the only time ever that any educational figure in my life ever
Hmm.
mentioned him, Hazlitt. No, no, no,
Oh
no,
no
no.
shit.
No, no, I'm sorry, not Hazlitt, Hayek. He's the only person that ever mentioned Hayek,
Oh,
and
okay.
this was like a intro to political science, and he didn't go into depth, but he was pretty much a pro Hayek person, and
That's awesome.
yeah, and that's it. That is it. Like any modern criticism or literature that a professor brings up is like most recently the guy brought up all the criticisms of Locke for being a racist, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's just stuff flavored for a politically correct audience.
Yeah. Yeah, totally, dude. So I went to school and I was studying sociology of all fucking things. I was a
Yeah.
sociology major, dude. I didn't know it was going to be so riddled with this stuff whenever I went in. I really didn't whenever I went in. Like I was legitimately interested in it. I wanted to do research and everything and crunch numbers. That's what I wanted to do because I had some IT background too. But anyways, I had to take this one class. It was like philosophy of violence or structural violence. And we had to basically give a presentation on some example of it. Like put together a PowerPoint and present it to the class. Very stupid assignment. And I found like Milton Friedman, like videos of him talking about minimum wage laws. And I was trying to pitch that as being structural violence against blacks, you know?
Yeah.
Like lowering the bottom rungs of competition and everything. Because Milton Friedman famously has the quote that the minimum wage law is the most anti-Negro law on the books. Is his words. And I fucking put that in big ass letters in front of everybody. And basically just took his case and like ran with it. But had a long conversation with the teacher after that.
Really?
Yeah, he was interested in it. He was cool. He was from Alabama. He sounded like a backwoods redneck.
He was still pissed that there were African Americans in your class.
There's only like 2.
Okay, that's not too egregious.
Yeah.
No.
Central Florida.
No, I remember in a high school I wrote a paper about taking the negative on like the big gulp laws in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And my teacher was like, this is a really good paper. I've never heard these arguments before, and that was before I even knew about libertarianism. But now I look back and I'm like, oh, that's it. That's the seed. It's just gonna grow from there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah,
though.
I got into libertarianism probably like definitely around the Ron Paul movement. It was like I had these kind of ideas and feelings about things, and it was like Ron Paul's whole because that was the first time I ever heard taxation is theft. It was Ron Paul saying it on MSNBC on live television in front of millions of people. Said it on television. It blew my mind. I was like, wow. It hit me like a ton of bricks too.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that was the first time I ever heard that. I'm like, yes. What else does this motherfucker got to say? Look him up. And then I found the Mises Institute off of that and Tom Wood's podcast and so on. And that was kind of my my jump start into that whole movement. And it was good, man. I donated to his campaign. Yeah, I was big into Ron Paul for a fucking minute, dude. Now I haven't even listened to his new podcast. I don't even know what the fuck he's up to anymore. That's a shame. I'm ashamed.
Yeah, when I was at the Mises caucus, he couldn't come, but he sent a video addressing everybody, and at the opening of the video, he said, "Hello, Mises Caucus, the libertarian wing of the Libertarian Party."
Yes, yes, that's awesome. It's true, dude.
Yeah,
I think that the what's it called, the Radical Caucus, is that right? Or yeah, I think it's called the Radical Caucus. They're pretty good too. I think yeah, but those are basically the only 2 caucuses in the Libertarian Party I think I like.
no,
I don't know.
the Louisiana Libertarian Party is a complete joke. I have a friend that keeps trying to contact the president, trying to become a delegate, and the president will not get back to him.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's a complete joke.
Damn, that's a shame, dude.
Yeah, it sucks.
Did you watch any?
Go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
I read let's see, The Libertarian Mind.
Oh yeah.
In high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know at the time David Boaz is the author, or Bose, however you pronounce it.
I think it's Boaz.
And he is the executive vice president of the Cato Institute. And I don't know if you know this, but Tom Woods and him have like a feud going. They hate each other.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah. Like Boaz is one of the people that's like leading the charge that the Mises Institute are Nazis.
Are you kidding me? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Holy shit. No, I did not fucking know that. I saw where David Boaz made the list on like the top 10 most like modern influential libertarian writers like of our time, and David Boaz was like number 1 on that list. Which is crazy. Like I understand libertarian mind is supposed to be kind of like everyone's 101 into libertarianism. Like this is what you give to someone if you want them to understand libertarianism from front to back. Yeah. Like as like a book. Just here you go. To reach the layman. But like Tom Woods was making fun of David Boaz on Twitter, just like, how the fuck does David Boaz get in the top 10 of anything?
Yeah, I remember that.
That's true Tom Woods fashion. Yeah.
Well, the libertarian mind is like the libertarian book of people that define themselves as physically conservative but socially liberal.
Oh yeah, you think so? You think that's it's the watered down libertarianism?
I do. And then after that, I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm like, all right, this sounds good. I'm gonna dig a little deeper. And then I read For a New Liberty by Rothbard, and that completely. I'm like, fuck Boaz, dude. He's a statist.
That's awesome.
You know?
Yeah, my first Rothbard book was Ethics of Liberty.
Yeah, I have that on. I own it, and I'm planning on reading it pretty soon.
That was whenever I was in college, and I was getting into philosophy and ethics and all that kind of crap. And then around the Ron Paul time, and I was already into it, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to read this fucking book. I'm going to consume it. And it was badass. It was a good ass read, like, because I was already very, very studious in school at that time, so it was easy for me to read a fucking thick book. These days, dude, there's no way I would make it through a book like that.
You gotta get into
I can't do it. You know, I can't even get in. I can't listen to people read out loud. I can't listen to people read to me.
Why not?
Oh, why not? Oh, dude, I don't know. It's boring to me. It just sounds like people are droning on. If someone can just read to me and it just sounds like they're just speaking, that's fine. But for the most part, it's just, I don't know. It has a reading. I'm reading a book, and this is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, have you ever listened to a fiction book on audio tape?
No.
It's really dumb because the person reading it does voices for everybody that they're reading, and it sounds really weird.
How sick would it be if they were actually different voice actors for every character?
No, that'd be
There's
awesome.
like the narrator, and then all the voice actors. That'd be awesome. Dope. Yeah, dude.
But they don't do that. I don't know why.
It'd probably be a lot more expensive, I'm sure, but
yeah.
I mean, fuck it, dude.
I know. Yeah, Liberty Zero is listening to Conceived in Liberty right now. And
right now?
Yeah. Well, not at the second, but
oh. I thought you were like looking at his Spotify on Discord.
Yeah, you know, we keep tabs on each other.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying
cool.
to let's see. I'm trying to see how many hours it is. I can't spell. I cannot spell conceived.
Uh-oh. It's got to be EI, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I learned in school.
It's 80 hours. Conceived in Liberty is 80 hours.
That's what I learned in school. You ever heard that fucking song by Pete Seeger? That's what I learned in school today. Okay, anybody listening, please just look that up by Pete Seeger. It's fucking awesome. It's like a little anarchist jingle.
That sounds like it sounds like some Schoolhouse Rock stuff.
Kind of. Yeah, it is anarchist Schoolhouse Rock. Yes. That's a great way to
make that.
That's a great way of putting it, honestly. A lot of his songs are like that. Yeah. My grandmother used to be big into Pete Seeger.
He's awesome. No,
yeah,
Ron
dude.
Paul needs to have like a anarchist Schoolhouse Rock on his homeschool learning curriculum.
Oh, dude, how sick would that be? I bet if you made it and then just sent it to him, he would fucking put it in there. I bet he
You
would,
know?
dude. He'd be crazy not to. Oh my God.
I could probably do it.
There's
I
got to
couldn't
be
do
a
the
bounty on
animation,
this.
but I could do the music.
Hell yeah. What do you play? You play music?
Yeah, man. I play guitar and a little
Ooh.
piano. A little piano.
Oh,
Not a
dude.
whole
That's
lot.
good enough. That's good enough for anti-government work.
That's right.
We can make it happen, I think. That'd be dope.
You know, just the other
It's like
day.
4 or 5 jingles.
Yeah. Just the other day, I was in the shower, and I was having my shower thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
thinking of
Of
crazy
course.
stuff I could do, and I was thinking, it probably wouldn't be that hard to make a "Pegging is Gay" song.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I bet it wouldn't. I bet it wouldn't. You think you're so fucking clever, don't you? Making pegging jokes. To my face, dude. To my face. You think you're so original and hilarious. Well, you're not. Okay?
I'm pretty
You're not.
hilarious. I'm pretty
No.
hilarious.
God damn it, dude. I can't escape it. I do not like to get...
When did you first say anything like that?
I don't know. It was sometime on my podcast. It was, I think somebody asked in a mailbag, like, would you get pegged if it meant anarchy for everyone forever? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Who gives a shit? Getting pegged? Who cares? It feels good. You got a prostate in there, you got a cum button in there. No problem. Anarchy for everyone forever? Yes. How is that even a question? And everybody else is weird about it. It's like,
No,
what?
dude.
You would get pegged?
Dude. No.
Yeah.
Definitely
And then I had to defend pegging on the grounds that it's not gay, which I still believe. But I don't get pegged. I've never been pegged. I'm just a defender. I'm a martyr.
Okay.
For the pegging cause.
See, I didn't know that when you joined our Discord and people were first like, "Hey, Derek, pegging is gay," and you were defending pegging, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, this guy that gets pegged all the time is defending pegging. I get it."
Yeah.
But then just recently, you were like, "I've never been pegged.
Yeah,
it's
dude,
not something I do."
It's because of I'm not even going to give them the satisfaction of me mentioning their names, like like you like to do.
That's fun.
Yeah. People just spreading lies and conceit. Foxhound.
Yeah, fuck him, right?
Yeah, what a fucking retard.
But making
in a self-defense situation, I would follow him home and throw rocks at his family while they had dinner.
Right.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, you would grief his
in a self-defense situation in Minecraft. Yeah.
No, I think he needs more Minecraft grifting.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's very Zoomer. Yeah. Very Zoomer character.
Yeah, I mean, I'm technically a Zoomer, but my personality is a lot closer to a Boomer. I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm a millennial, but I identify more with Zoomers for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
I think it's because I don't want to be old. I'm clinging on to youth. I still like Spider-Man. Spyro. Oh, wait, no. Zoomers don't like Spyro. See, that's a millennial thing. See, I fucked up.
I played one Spyro game on Game Boy Advance.
Oh, man. Yeah, man.
But, like, I haven't seen any Spider-Man movies outside of the Toby whatever ones.
Oh, no shit. Okay, I will tell you this. I don't give a fuck about Spider-Man. I really do not give a shit about cape shit or hero shit for the most part.
Yeah.
But the Spider-Man movie, the animated one, the new one, Enter the Spider-Verse, is fucking unreal. It's fucking good. I could not believe how good it was. Definitely watch that one. Like, do not pass that one up because it is actually very fucking good. Yeah, dude. But other than that, I don't give a fuck. I'm not into like the Avengers movies, or I didn't see any of the Ben Affleck Batman ones. Was there just one? I don't even know. It's hard for me to get into.
I don't care. I love the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. I love those.
Yeah, those were cool.
The last Marvel movie I saw was Captain America, and that's it. That's where I stopped.
I like it whenever they're a little more like on the realistic end in a way. Like you get to kind of explore their characters and I don't know, like what the person would be like or do.
Yeah.
Like that's why The Boys was so cool. Did you ever see that series, The Boys?
No, it's on my list.
Oh, true that. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I really liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, dude. You know, whenever I saw that movie, I didn't even know that it was supposed to be like based on a real story that
Yeah.
was like, yeah. I didn't even know about that. The fucking
Oh,
murders. Yeah.
so that that
Right. So
really
that all that
wa-
shit went totally over my head.
wow.
I'm a fucking idiot. I only learned about it later. Now I'm like, oh, that's actually cool. I wish I fucking knew that.
Wait, you didn't know about the Manson murder?
I did, but I didn't know that this was like a real murder that
Oh,
happened in like for the because the whole thing took place in like the neighbors of the people that got murdered, you know?
yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah. Uh
That's a very boomer movie though.
no shit. And they just basically placed Brad Pitt in the middle of all of it.
No, it's great.
Yeah, that's all it was. Brad Pitt, let's see how you change the storyline.
I love how there were quite a lot of weeaboos that were all upset
Quite a lot of
that
what?
weeaboos
Oh yeah, they were
that
upset.
that that were upset. Yeah, that Brad Pitt beat up what's his name?
Oh, Bruce Lee. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I guess is that a
Bruce Lee
spoiler? I don't.
kicked his ass, bro.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I saw they were bitching about that on Joe Rogan's podcast too, about how like there's no way he could have beaten Bruce Lee.
God, get over it.
Yeah, dude,
It's a
it's fucking
movie.
funny though. I
I
don't know.
love people arguing about movies. It's it's so dumb.
Oh man, have you seen like dude, I fucking love like I'm really into horror movies for the most part.
Really?
Like yeah, me and my wife watch a lot of horror movies. Like there's so many good ones out now. I feel like we're in like a golden age of horror movies. But
I'm missing out.
maybe so, man. I don't know. You're not into
Horror movies.
spookies?
No, I like really intellectual, sad movies.
Oh, damn,
Like
you're a sunshine eternal sunshine of the spotless mind kind of guy.
I've never seen it, but one of my favorite.
Zero Theorem? Yeah.
Never seen it.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies is Shawshank Redemption. I love
Oh,
that movie.
okay. Damn. Definitely write down Zero Theorem. Has Christoph Waltz in it, like the German guy from
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
yeah. He's the main character. It's good. The whole not to spoil too much, but just to hook you in, the movie is about like a future where people can create things. Like say there's like a chair. He's a chair builder. But what he does is he goes on a computer and programmatically defines, like with math, what the fuck is a chair, and the
Wow.
machine will produce a chair. Like that's what his job is. Is like he just makes stuff
That's
with a
awesome.
computer. But then he gets tasked to make zero, to like produce the number zero
Yeah.
for something, and that's the premise of the movie. It's good. It's a fucking trip.
No, because I really liked Ex Machina, and that's kind of
Next
sounds
Machina, yeah, that was the one with the guy fell in love with the robot woman.
yeah.
She had all the working parts.
And she's hot too.
Yeah, dude, the visual effects that go into that kind of stuff is pretty insane.
Yeah, and they did it good too, because sometimes in stuff like that, it can look just the CGI can just look horrible, and it just takes me right out of it.
Yeah,
But
it's true, man. It's like it's all in the face too. Like I don't know if
yeah,
you ever watched the YouTube channel like Corridor Crew, but that they
no,
talk about the same thing. It's a fucking good observation, but it's true, man. It's like in the face with CGI effects is where it all the magic is. Like if it's not right there, it looks fucking weird.
yeah, that's why watching CGI heavy movies while inebriated sucks, because you just see past all of
Yeah.
the CGI, and you're like, God, this new Jurassic Park movie sucks. I can see
It
all the
did, though.
strings
It fucking
attached
did
to the
suck.
dinosaurs.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
No, but like I love The Godfather, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, true.
I
That.
like classic
I never
movies.
saw The Godfather. I did see
Really?
Goodfellas. Yeah, I like gangster movies. I never saw The Godfather though. It just
Wow.
seems long. Yeah,
No, it's great. Like
I know.
I've watched it multiple times, and each time I'm like, damn, it's already over. Awesome. I've never seen the third one though. The third one looks like it sucked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they made the first two in the early 70s, and then they came back in like the late 80s and made the third one.
No, holy crap! I thought they were all just like part of the same thing. Oh, well, damn.
Yeah, they are, but they came back and made the third one as like a cash grab.
Oh, okay.
And it
I
just
got
looked
you.
really crappy. Goodfellas is really good too. I love Martin Scorsese.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Oh man, what is it with like everyone babyfying things in Hollywood? I mean, I know that there's Baby Yoda, and I hate the Baby Yoda memes. Of course, I hate them, and it's like they're coming back. But Baby Yoda memes aside, I mean, have you seen the fucking like baby peanut thing?
Yeah.
What the fuck is with
That's
that?
weird.
That's fucking weird, dude. It was a commercial. It was like the Kool-Aid man crying. Basically, Mr. Peanut is dead. This is the canon in advertisement universe. Yeah. Mr. Peanut is dead. They're having a funeral for him, and the Kool-Aid man cried a single teardrop down onto the ground of Mr. Peanut, and then a little sprout popped up, and then there's a baby peanut. So now there's Mr. Peanut is dead, and now we have baby peanut. Everything is going this direction, I think, and everyone's it's so cute. It's so cute. The fucking baby peanut. We're gonna have baby Mr. Cleans.
I mean,
there's gonna be a Funko Pop.
It's not cute to have baby and nut in the same sentence.
Yeah, I didn't even fucking think of that. That's true, dude. How come they're not been sued? Oh
well,
man!
I think
of course,
thing is, I think now that all the Epstein, Weinstein stuff is out in the open, they got they're like going through withdrawals on their young people's sex drive.
Yes.
So they're like trying to find a different outlet. So they're drawing all these baby peanut cartoons, and they're like, "What can we do with this?"
Oh shit, dude! Yeah, the well ran dry.
Yeah.
They don't have any more fucking. I don't know. What do? Eat the foreskin? It's just the rabbis.
No, that's Jews. Yeah.
No, that's the Jews. Oh fuck, dude.
We should probably wrap up.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and plug everything you want to plug?
All right. Yeah. So I'm Derek, and I'm from a podcast called Burning Boots Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Burning Boots Pod, or you could just go to burningbootspodcast.libsyn.com and listen to us. We don't really interact a whole lot on Twitter that much. We're trying to get more into it. But we have a Discord server that's pretty active, and that's kind of like where we like to interact with everybody and gather mailbags and talk about discussion questions. It's a fucking good time. The whole premise of the podcast is that we're just a bunch of libertarian guys just trying to have fucking fun, and we try to talk about specifically libertarian topics that are divisive among libertarians. Come and fucking argue with us and call us retards. We do not care.
Libertarian friendship simulator, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, somebody called us a libertarian friendship simulator. So we were like, you know what, that's good. That's what we are now. We put that in our show description.
I was going to ask you this earlier, but how did you meet those guys?
We all live next to each other, man. So it's me and there's another host, Kyle. Me and Kyle have known each other since we were babies, dude. Our parents were friends and so on, and we grew up in church together, dude. And then the other guy, Davey, I met through basically the Libertarian Party of Florida and my local county affiliate. And we kind of synced up, and then we all just started kind of hanging out and decided, hey, we could fucking do this. Like, some of our conversations are funny and like interesting. So fuck it, dude. I've listened to way worse podcasts than what the fuck we're talking about right now. Let's just get on a microphone. So we tried it. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. It's a great podcast. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks, man.
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at Anarchist. I'm pretty busy there. You can also join the Dissecting Liberty Discord. And links for everything Derek said and everything I'm saying will be in the show notes. That'll be dissectingliberty.com/12. Then follow us on Twitter, the Dissecting Liberty Twitter account. Follow Liberty Zero. That's Liberty Zero instead of an O. It's a zero. And yeah, you'll never miss out on the grade A content that we post daily.
That's why we make the big bucks.
That's right. All right.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thank you, man. That was a great time.
Definitely.